Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to unbox and swatch the 48 count watercolors from MagicFly. So the team at MagicFly was kind enough to send these over to me, and I'm actually really excited to check these out and see what they're all about. So they come in quite a bulky box, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty sturdy. It's been kind of beaten during shipping. Before I open it, I guess I could show you the back here. So it says amazing transparent effect, richly pigmented, non-toxic. Good, you know, because I love to lick my watercolors and all. Just kidding. Premium quality. Does say light fast, huh? Now, down here they have the colors listed. So it looks like they have their own numbering system, starting with M's. You know, I'm assuming that's for the MagicFly, but they do show their light fast rating, their transparency rating. In fact, let me zoom in so you can see a little what I'm talking about here. Maybe a little more. So these little boxes here, that is the transparency rating. And then it also looks like they have the pigment information. So this number right here, that's the pigment. So I'm trying to see, do they have any pure pigments in here? I'm like, hello. So pearl black is B7, pearl white is W6. Interesting. White W6 is usually a titanium white, so I'm kind of curious if that's like they added glitter to it, maybe. Yeah, a lot of these are mixes though, if you look over. But hey, you know, that works. All right, let me zoom you back out. So, in this box comes the watercolors in a tin and a bunch of other stuff. It's quite full of things here. Hang on, there's more. Ugh. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's kind of go through it. So it looks like I got a little MagicFly card. Let's see, they also give us watercolor paper. Oh, maybe I'll use this for swatching. 10 sheets, 140 pound, 300 GSM, pretty standard. All right. And let's see, some instructions on water brushes. Oh, I wonder if that's what's in here. Because there is this box that they include, but not really clear on what's in there. Okay, so we have a little canvas bag to store all of our goodies in. And, yep, we got some water brushes. There's more in there too, hang on. And a sponge, a big old sponge. Let's see, water brushes. Looks like we have a couple different sizes, a small, medium, and a flat tip. Okay, that would explain why they're giving us instructions on how to use those. So here's the tin. It's wobbly because it has the little thumb holder here on the back. Ooh, and loud. All right, pop it open. So it looks like we have mixing wells up here. And then you can mix down here. I got multiple paper. Actually, I don't need to make a swatch chart. They've given me one. All right, so this is definitely watercolor paper, and this is some thick paper. I wonder if it's the same from this pad here. So that kind of saves me some time, actually, and I'll probably use it. And it is perforated, so you could, you know, take these apart and then bind them back if you want. And they've included black. Interesting. So they've included some black watercolor paper. Yeah, this is definitely watercolor paper. Black watercolor paper for the neons. And, oh no, it's for the entire set. Yeah, so the entire set you can swatch on black and white. Actually, that's really impressive because these pearlescent colors, which I probably didn't even tell you guys about. So what it is it's 48 paints total. But let me zoom you guys back in. So 48 paints total. However, they also have metallic and neon colors in here. So we'll have some that would be perfect for black paint. let's take a look at these in the tray. So they're sitting this way. Zoom you guys in a little more there. All right. So I want to say these pearl colors are the metallic glittery ones. Let's see if I can pop one out. Oop. This tray actually comes out and reveals another mixing tray. Paul Rubin and a few other brands do that. The problem with having nails. All right, hold that thought. Okay, I had to use a knife and pop it out. Now that I think of it, some of these say metallic on them too. Actually, just the gold. This is confusing. Anyhow, looks like we have a plastic little pan. It does have the name, light fast reading, the pigment number. So this is Y1 with Y42. This is not transparent, according to that. Then it has metallic gold and their number, but let's see. So it doesn't look like they have it on the, ooh, that is flaking off. Get that out of there. It doesn't look like they have it on here. So what I like to do is then just tear the label off like so I can leave that there and always know which one is which, because I do mess that up frequently. I must say these are way easier to unwrap than all the other brands. Some of the stickers are already peeling right off, but I'm not going to subject you guys to watching me peel them. I'm going to take them off in order, pop them all back in. See, once they don't have the wrapper, they're pretty loose in there, but as long as they stay when everything is shut, that's what we care about. Yep, and we're good. So I'm going to sit here and unwrap all of these, and then let's see, I want to make sure they're in order with their swatch charts. So neon yellow, oh, neon red, oh, neon green. Okay, so one thing with the swatch chart, this is kind of weird, how they have the swatch chart going, your colors come across this way. So see, yellow, yellow, neon red, neon green, metallic gold, lemon yellow. Oh, that's gonna bother me. I'll do it for the sake of swatching, but I would probably end up turning these pans around so that they went in order this way and this way, just because that's how all my other palettes are set up. But I could see why they would do this, because you would have it off to the side like this, and then you would be mixing in your plate, but still, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and unwrap these, and then I will come back and swatch with you guys. Okay, so I have taken off the labels on each little cake here. Let me slide that over so you can see. They've been pre-wet. I actually just used my Distress ink sprayer, and I kind of just give them a hearty spritzing. To be honest, I keep meaning to buy like a little dropper, like a medicine dropper or something, but you can only buy them in huge packs. And I'm like, well, I only need one. So I just haven't done it. I'm going to look through all my kids' like old baby stuff and see if I can find one there. Now, something else I did, I sprayed these and they've been sitting a couple minutes. It's usually good practice, and then we'll see how it works. But also, on the back here, I'm going to have to tape these down. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about, though. Okay, so I took the labels and taped them to the back of the swatch chart provided, and the reason for that is the side piece that stays on the cake, so I know what color it is, doesn't have the light fast, transparency, or pigment info, and I really wanted to keep that, so that is why I stuck them all back here, and then I'll have to tape them down. So what we're gonna do, I might end up tearing this apart. I don't know. It's kind of clunky as it is. Let's do that. Just tear it off. It'll make it easier to lay these out to dry as well. So that was the bottom. That was the... Just going to make sure I keep them in order. So yeah, so we'll start with neon yellow, And then this is number 2, number 3, and I'll probably do that over here too with the black one. Okay, keep those in order. Okay, so I think I will swatch both the white and black together. One thing I did add to the white is a black line, and that's just so I can test the transparency. And I just used my Ohuhu black marker. You just need to do something that's waterproof, so an alcohol marker or anything along those lines will work well. If you have inks, like Versa ink, as long as it's a pigment ink, it should stay. Alright, so I gotta remember that this is in one funky order. Let me get some. Now these have been wet and sitting here for quite a while, and they're still pretty hard, but let's see if we can get them to start moving. Alright, so I have the neon yellow. Let's get some for our black paper. Maybe I'll make these swatch charts. Sorry guys, new camera. Gotta figure out how I want to work this. That doesn't show up very well. Let's see if I can get some of the more concentrated paint on there. I mean, it is pretty transparent. Give them that. Alright, neon red. Just gotta remember to keep going in their funky order. It's really awkward to have the cake or the pan set up the way it is next to me, but oh well. Oops, don't stick your finger in it. That's a very neon color. This neon thing is kind of cool though. I must admit, not many sets have neons. I'm gonna have to keep spraying the glitter ones or the metallics because they are drying super quick. In fact, after I do this neon green, I am going to spray those again. I need to get like one of those little pipettes. That's what they're called, those plastic pipettes. Ooh, the gold, this metallic gold, and I'm lifting it here. Let's see if I can slide everything over. Look how thick that is. That's delicious. All right, back over here. It's gonna be an awkward swatch session. Ooh, I love that. I really like this metallic. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, let's do our lemon yellow. So I'm not sure how well this sound is. I bought a new webcam that I plan to use for live streaming. Oops, I keep sticking my hand. I'm going to move my towel. And it's a 4K cam, so I can stream in 4K. And I wanted to start recording my videos with it because as much fun as it is to use your phone, you have to constantly take your phone, unplug it, download it, whereas this kind of just records straight to my computer so I can edit it a little faster. There we go, that's beautiful. All right, let's get our grass green. But yeah, I did notice with some test runs yesterday, the sound was a little funky. By the way, I am not trying to stay in the lines. It's watercolor, people. See, so some of these on the black seem kind of pointless. But I'm going to do it for science. Now let's grab this pearl silver. So yeah, I might need to buy a mic to go along with this because the sound just isn't as good as it would be with my phone. The microphone from my phone is much better. Ooh. I mean, this looks great on black. On white, it's kind of lackluster. Okay, let's grab our middle yellow or mid yellow. Yeah, the reason I saved the pigments is so if I want to mix them, I know what I am mixing. It's really important if you're playing around with watercolors that you know what you're mixing. So that's like step number 1. Know what you're mixing. Alright, some Scarlet Red. That one is thick. Might have to wet these again. Yeah, some of these on the black are just not going to be as impressive because they really don't need to be swatched in the black. The metallics and neons for sure, but the others I'm kind of like, whatever. I'm also using a new brush today. And I'm using a whole bunch of new things today. I just realized I'm using a new brush, swatching a new paint. I'm using my new nifty brush puck. I'll show it to you guys in a second. Okay, I think these got mixed up because this says pearl white and that's pearl silver. Now I did pull these out in order. Let me just flip this over. Pearl, yep, they got mixed up in the pan. So this is actually pearl silver and that's pearl white. So when they put them in the pans, they got them mixed up. I should have double checked that when I did my pulling off of the stickers, but they were all in order at first. So I was like, woohoo! So this is the paint puck. It's this nifty cup. I can't really turn it too much. So it has a silicone bottom, so it sticks wherever you put it. You can't see it right now because I got muddy water, but inside there's these little knobbies that help as you swivel. They pull the paint off. And the cool thing is, I mean, you can brush it off here, and then it has these nifty little things here. So say you need it to drip dry, you can, let me smack my camera there. You can just set it on the side here and let it drip into the well. When they're dry, you can store them upright. I mean, it's pretty cool. Nifty little things. They're not cheap though. It took a lot to swallow, and I still want to buy another one because I kind of want a clean and dirty water one because certain colors really need that clean water, whereas others aren't as finicky. So depends on the product. Okay. But I love how it has the little knobs at the bottom that clean your bristles, because that is most definitely an important thing. It's Bordeaux Red. Yeah, see, some of these I feel are just pointless to put on the black. So in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the metallics and whatnot on the black. And that'll save us some time too. I picked up way too much of that one. Alright, so this pearl black, that one we'll put on both. Oh wow, that's luscious. Grab some pearl black. My pearl black is extra watery. And then I'll show you these when they dry, because obviously they always look so different when dry. Okay, 1 second, I gotta let the dog out. Alright, I don't know if you had heard her howling in the background. She's rather dramatic. Okay, so we're on to yellow ochre. That's this one here. Now, because I am ramping up for watercolor weekends, I will actually be doing anything watercolor swatch related on watercolor weekends. Just kind of keep it together. So you'll start noticing those swatches showing up on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. Ooh, I like that green. That is beautiful. All right, here's another pearl color. So this one we will do on the black as well. Just feel it's kind of silly to do the other colors on the black. I don't use black watercolor very often anyway. Oops, I don't know why I rinsed my brush for that. Habit. It looks a lot like the metallic gold, but we'll compare them at the end. And we got a neon. So the neons I will be swatching on the black because I feel they would show up a lot better. these neons do dry back up pretty quick. They don't seem to reconstitute very well. Let's see if I can't get a little more water in there. Let's get that neon orange on here. Yeah, they just don't want to reconstitute. I have to spritz my thing again. Come on. Now I'm not using MagicFly's brush. I like a lot of water, and water brushes don't always give you a ton of water. So that's why. Let me spray my pan again. Story of my life. Okay, so now we're on pale aqua. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this color. Now, keep in mind when you swatch a watercolor, they can be a little awkward. Like, it'll look like it's covering up that line, but a lot of the times when it dries, it will look different. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm just gonna adjust something real quick because I feel like it's a little too bright. I don't know if it's really showing because this is more green, but on camera it's looking really blue. So I'm trying to see if I can adjust that a teensy. One second. Oh, let me adjust this real fast. All right. Well, it's still being kind of washed out. Okay, now we're on to the pearl pink. I need more water. Okay. This one I'll do on black as well. That's a pretty color. I like that one. Let's see how it looks on the black here. Ooh. This is nice because a lot of, oh my, hang on a second there. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna have to edit that out. So there will be a little brief thing where I'm gonna have to edit out possibly because my camera went, wow. Got no words. All right, now that we're back to normal camera function, I think. That's a lovely one. Let's see how this rose looks. Pretty. Let's get aquamarine in there. Oops. Gotta keep. We're about halfway through. This is a lot of watercolors to swatch. Oh, I like that one. Okay, we have another pearl color, so I'll do that on both. This is pearl purple, but the thing looks red. Let's just roll with it. Interesting. I almost wonder if these got swapped as well. So let's flip my card over. Pearl, nope, they're in the right order, so that's pearl purple. It just doesn't look really purple to me, but all right. All right, let's grab our saffron orange. It's almost very close to that other one, just minor differences. Okay, fuchsia. Sky blue. I do like that they have these pre-made cards and they're actually on decent watercolor paper. And considering this is a pretty budget-friendly brand, I'm not going to lie, that's actually really impressive. That's definitely a pearl blue. Let's see how it looks on the black. Ooh, I like that. So one thing I'm really liking is you're not seeing a ton of gold glitter come through, whereas other brands, they tend to do that to you. Okay, so real fast, I'm gonna gently move these out and replace them. Okay, so we are in the last half. Okay, so this is burnt sienna. These do dry up pretty quick. See, that's already getting thick. Let me give them a spritzer again. Okay, so violet. Royal blue. There are a lot of blues in this set. Pearl green, so this is one we'll do on both. Oh, I like that. That is a very, very pretty color. Look at that on the black. That's gorgeous. Okay, sepia. Yes, liking it. Lots of purples too, which is great. I mean, you can mix a purple though. This 48 count set is honestly overkill. Most of these colors you can mix yourself, which is why you always want to save the pigment info so you at least know what you're dealing with. I mean, that's lovely. Okay, so now we're on to Zinc White. This might be rough because my water is dirty. So let's see how it's coming out. No, it's coming out white, so we're good. This one you're not going to see as much on here, so I will definitely swatch that on black for you guys. Let's see how pretty it looks on the black. That's pretty nice. All right. Good selection of browns as well. I might actually use this set. One of my Christy Rice books, my Dana Fox ones. Gosh, I want to collect all these watercolor coloring books. I don't know about you guys, but they just look fun to use with your watercolor pencils, your actual watercolors. It's like the sky that is the limit. Ooh, that is a luscious Prussian blue. Okay, let's see how this light apricot. This would be good. It's like a nice peachy pink. That's very pretty. I don't think we're going to be swatching much else on this black one, so I'm going to move it off to the side. All right, let's swatch our black. I think it's interesting there's a teal right after. Like I said, the order these come in, I'm just like, well, what are we thinking here, guys? But you can always rearrange them. Oh, I love that color. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. All right, navy blue. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, you know what? I think I figured out why they're in this order. I will show you after I swatch these. I just figured it out by looking at it. Okay, hang on, let me clean off my brush. Dry it off. Get it over here on the side. Okay, move that out of the way. So, as I've said, it's kind of a funky order, right? So you get your swatch chart, and the chart, you know, goes this way. I think I figured it out. So let me show you why they set it up this way. I need to get my white ones out. These are close to dry, so we'll use these for now while my other ones sit in the corner. Okay, so let me zoom you out a little more. Okay, so check it out. yes, the chart goes this way. The colors in the case go this way, but they actually have these in color family order. We're working down. So, see here, we're coming down, and then we're breaking into our oranges. Now, if I have the third one here, I just gotta be really gentle with it because it's wet. It perfectly transitions into the browns. Same thing above. So we come down with our reds into our pinks. I'm trying to grab these very gently. Into our purples and blues. And then we come back up here, start with our greens, work our way down into the green blues, and then into our blues. And then this side is literally dedicated to all of our metallics. So that makes sense. The only one that I'm kind of baffled on, and I'm not quite understanding, is why late apricot is here. So my other two pieces are wet. However, this one is dry. Like I said, when you first put them on, like for example, see this one? This is wet. So the black line isn't really showing, although as they dry, you can see how it's popping through. Well, here's an example. This one is almost all dry. This is a little wet still, but see how now you see that black line? You can actually tell the transparency. My second card is still drying as well, but you can see that transparency coming through on all of these. The metallics, don't expect those to really be transparent. They can be with you adding more water. All right, so let's take a look at the metallics. I'm trying to be very careful with these ones that are wet because this could get messy. Okay, so here are these ones. Set that right there real gentle. Great on white, honestly. Sorry, let me zoom you guys in. I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so really good here on the white. It's still pearlescent and shiny, but I mean, it just pops. Look at that. Wow. Hello. But how often do I use black watercolor paper? So really, what I care about the most is how these look on the white, and they are still very shiny. They're gonna blind you because they're on white paper, but I mean, these colors are gorgeous. Over here, we have these ones as well. These ones are awesome. This pearl purple is gorgeous, very gorgeous, and I'll show you on the black. So here's those pearl yellow, pink, purple, blue. Look at how shiny these are on this paper, and you're not seeing the gold flecks come through. Most of the time when I swatch these, you'll see gold more predominant on the black paper, whereas this is actually purple and blue shine coming through. So I mean, I don't want to get these wet, but if I put them this way, see that? I mean, these are on the black paper. I mean, this is stellar on the black paper, but they still look great on both. Let's see, on our other one, got paint swatches. I gotta be so careful. This one. Okay, so there's only pearl green and then zinc white. Zinc white is just white, but pearl green is looking pretty good. It actually looks better on the black just because you can see that shimmer, but on the white, oops, I lost a label. On the white, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but see that shimmer? That's actually really good. This one's ultra wet right now, but as it's drying, see how the lines are already starting to come through? The black lines showing you the transparency. So yeah, these are not bad, and now that I figured out why on earth they stored them that way, that'll make my life easier. The neons on the black were okay. I mean, this one's neon pink here, and it's obviously going to be darker than the neon pink on this one. So something to keep in mind. But the colors themselves are really pretty, and I mean, I'm digging these pinks and blues. I don't honestly think I'll use neon colors much. I mean, here's the neons and the white. I tend to color on white. The neon yellow maybe, but like a lot of these other neons, I just don't have a use for. I may be able to tone them down with some white. And that was my one concern. Where is my, oops, I lost that sticker. Let me grab this one here. Flip it for a minute. That was the one where I was kind of confused with the Zinc White and how they made it. So I'm not sure if it's going to mix up into anything. Let me grab some scrap paper. Let me get these out of the way. Out of the way-ish. Okay. My desk is ultra cluttered right now. So let me grab my water again. I'm gonna just try and take a neon color. So let's move this over here so you guys can see. Let's take it out a bit. I'm just gonna mix it over here. It's not really a traditional mixing area, but we're gonna make it work. So let's take neon red. Hopefully it's wet enough. Come on. Out you go. Let's grab some of our Zinc White. Okay, so if I were to mix those two, it tones it down to a really pretty light pink, which you guys cannot see. It's so light. Now I could grab some more neon. There we go. Turn it into more of a noticeable pink there. So yeah, definitely a good difference. See if I can pull away some of this white so you guys can see the color. Oops. Trying to get it. There we go. So you can actually see. All right. Let's try our neon green. Again, I'm just mixing them on the palette over here. Just adding a little with that, a little with white. Seeing what I can create. I'm just trying to see if I can tone down these neons so that I could use them. So like here's neon green with a bunch of white, so it's very pale. Let's see if I can get some more neon green in there. That's with less white, more green. It's not too shabby. Let's see, what else would I want to check out? Ooh, it would be fun because there's no real light blue. So let's see. I just want you to be able to see my mixing palette. Okay, so let's take, I'm not even looking at the pigments at the moment, but let's take our royal blue. We're going to add some white to it. Because really, there isn't a very light blue in here. I know they have one that's called Sky Blue, but it's really not. Get some more white. Then I'm going to actually add a little water to it. See how it's already lightening up? I want to add some water too. Let's just see what that comes out as. Oh, perfect. A much lighter blue. I do like that. And then of course I can always add more royal blue to it. You know, if I want to bring it back into its blue. I could even take a very teensy bit of black, which I think is this one. Need to add a teensy more. I'm going to have to add a little more royal blue here. I mean, anytime you get watercolors, just play with them. Add colors. Don't stress. Ooh, I like that color I just made. Ooh. I am so easily fascinated, guys. Let's just be real. Let's see, and then I want to take, let's take some of this pearl. I think this is pearl pink. I just want to see if I get a light coating of pearl pink. It's still too opaque. Okay, so what's another one we could play with for a minute? Let's take some primaries, although these are all mixed for sure. So let's see, Scarlet Red. Okay, let's add, what's closest? I'd say lemon yellow. Let's see what kind of pretty orange we can make. There. I mean, I don't have, I mean, the like I said, these are all mixed with pigments. Let's add some water or white to it. A little more. And my brush was dirty. It's a problem with not having a clean cup. There's no real saving that one. But yeah, I mean, there's, even though I already have 48 ridiculous colors, I can still sit here and play around and mix. You know, like I can take this Viridian green, which is a very pretty color already. And let's add a little white. My biggest thing is I like to show you guys that you can make any color a pastel color. So that's the Viridian with white, whereas this is Viridian without white. Any color can be made a pastel by adding white, you know, and then of course you can blend your colors to make something else. There's endless possibilities, but I just wanted to see how these worked out. This is not watercolor paper, so it's buckling and looking all awful. But I definitely wanted to see if we could tone down some of the neons, because like this neon, what is this one, neon red? Yeah, neon red. It's pretty bright. Yeah, it's just, it's fun to just grab your paints and then grab colors and mix them and see what happens. Like, don't be afraid to make mud. Experiment, you know. I just added some green to this blue concoction that we made over here. And I've got that. I can even add a little more in there. I can even just grab some, ooh, this sap green. It gives it a different undertone. I mean, you can just keep adding and mixing and creating. You know, be careful what you mix, of course. We'll eventually make mud. But like I just added some purple to that same mixture. Look at that beautiful dark color. Could even stipple some of my other colors in there. I mean, there's like endless possibilities here, guys, is what I'm getting at. This isn't watercolor paper, so it's not going to take this stippling effect as gently as another, but you know, I can sit here and just keep wiggling and playing and making backgrounds and, you know, make some leaves, whatever you want. But the entire point of this was to just swatch these art and flies, but as usual I got out of hand because I just wanted to play with them. So yeah, guys, that is the Art and Fly 48 count That's a mound of watercolors that you'll probably never even use up in your lifetime, but still good to know. Let me get this mixing science project out of the way and pull some of these out. But I really do like the vibrancy of these colors. It's actually very impressive, these colors they have here. And like I said, it's cool. They've sent you swatch charts. These are good swatch charts. They're on decent watercolor paper, and they sent black watercolor paper. I have yet to see a brand that has done that. So I find that extra impressive, actually. I have to give props to MagicFly because they are a budget brand, and they're doing stuff that the high-end brands just don't do. Especially like when they have metallics, it's nice to know that a brand cares enough to, well, give you black paper to test them. So I want to do a special thank you shout out to the team at MagicFly for being kind enough to send these to me to play around with and test. I definitely will be doing some artwork with these very soon because these honestly aren't bad paints. They're mixing well, so I can have a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to have these sit here and air dry. But even more of these are drying. Like this teal now, when I first laid it down, was so thick, but see how the line came back through? So it's transparent. This one's starting to come through, so is that one. This one too, it's very wet at the bottom. But all of these are coming through. The black is not, but the black was listed as not transparent, so it's holding true. Whereas this teal here was listed as semi-transparent, and I believe it. So not bad, guys. I mean, I am concerned with the pigments. I'm not gonna lie. They're all mixed pigments. They don't have any single pigment colors, but you know, that's kind of common with the budget brands. They tend to just take multiple pigments and make a color. It is more affordable that way and whatnot, but still, I'm impressed so far, and I definitely plan to play around with these. If you have any of the Art and Fly watercolor sets, let me know what you think, anything you've noticed. And yeah, guys, until next time, take care.